Well, let's talk about numbers. Just before Christmas, I gave you a task of numbers before and after. And a lot of people had a hard time with this. It's a really, really tricky thing to learn and to remember. So we're going to just back up a little bit. And today we're going to talk about what comes next or what comes after. Next and after are the same thing. They mean the same thing. So one thing that I really suggest that you get your mom or your dad or grandma and grandpa, someone at your house to help you make is a number line. And look, I made one here on a big strip of paper. I actually glued a couple pieces together, and I have the numbers all the way from 1 to 20. Now, if you're not ready yet and you don't know the numbers above 10, you could only make 1 to 10. You and your parents or your family will know which number line is best for you. But this is going to come in really, really helpful for you, okay? So you're gonna want a number line, and you're going to want some number cards. So you can just make up some number cards like I did. I just found some little cards, little pieces of paper, and I wrote numbers on them. Right now, in front of me, I only have the numbers from 1 to 10. I'm going to show you a little game, okay? And if you are really good at numbers and you can count higher, then you can put numbers up to 20. This way you practice writing your numbers, and we practice thinking about what comes next or what number comes after. All right, so with our number line, this is what I often like to do to help my friends at school. So I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm going to turn the camera down here and move my number cards out of the way for a second. Okay, now you might not be able to see my entire number line, but that's okay. So I am going to put at the very top with a different color, I'm going to use pink, but it doesn't matter, an arrow going this way, okay? And when we go that way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we are talking about numbers that come after or next. If I say 1, what number comes after 1? It's 2. What number comes after 3? It's 4, because we're going this way. And I'm going to write the word after up here. So always remember that if you want to know what number comes after, you are going this way. And the arrow does help. So you can put that in front of you, okay? And then, as I said, I made some number cards. I'm just going to throw them down here on the table. Putting these on the floor is a lot of fun. And if you have a fly swatter, I don't have one right now, but if you have a fly swatter at home, kids love, love, love to find the number and then hit it with a fly swatter. You don't hit anybody else, just the paper with the fly swatter. So for a game like this, what I might do is I might grab a card and I will say, I have 5. What comes next? Then your job would be to find the number that comes after 5. What comes next? So after you're 5 years old, what number do you become? So you could look here, and if you look on our number line, we've got the number 5. What number comes next? 6. So you would have to find the number 6. And if you get it, then you get to keep the card. Okay? And you can play back and forth with someone in your house and take turns. Or you could have an adult in your house asking you what comes next and you finding it. Let's do another one. I have 3. What comes next? And you can either find it. Also, smacking on the table is fun. Hitting with the fly swatter, just finding it on the floor. So 3. So if I'm not sure, I could count. I could go 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 comes next. Or I could go back and look at my number line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would pick up the number 4. When you're playing this game, I would start with just 1 to 10. And if you do really well at that and you know what number comes next or what number comes after, then add some bigger numbers. Okay, so after you play that game, I have a little sheet that I want you to try. Okay, so if you look right here, it's the same thing as what we're doing, except for not quite as fun, of course. But you have to look at the number, and what number is this? 3. So 3, what number comes next? You can still look at your number line. You can count. Remember, those are all strategies to help you. What comes next? If you said 4, you're right. So what you would do is you would write the number 4. And then you go down to the next line. That is number 5. What number comes next? This one I'm not really sure, so I'm going to look at my number line. Pull up my number line here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's number 5. Oh, it's 6. 6 comes next. So now I'm going to write the number 6. And you are going to continue until you finish the page. If you're only dealing with the numbers from 1 to 10, you will just do this side. If you're doing bigger numbers up to 20, then you can try that side too. Actually, I think it's just these last 4 that are challenging, that are bigger than 10. Okay, so practice, practice, practice your numbers, because we are looking at and focusing on what comes next or what number comes after. In small group, watch out, because we're going to be practicing it as well.